Good evening and welcome everybody to another American Truck Simulator live stream. Hope you're all safe and well. So we've currently got a load on to Tijuana, where we were forcibly left it last night. I have marked out on the map some potential sleep spots because it's still quite a long journey. So when we were very unfairly disconnected from it yesterday, hey up Robbie, let's fire the case MACK up.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
Okay, so let's crack on with said journey. We've currently got 18 hours and 5 minutes left of this journey to do, pulling these Kenworth T6s80s in our beautiful Detroit diesel powered MACK R. Along a road that I've never ever driven before in my life, so I'm very excited about this. I'm sorry that this part is a night drive, but at 5:28 AM it should get light pretty quick. So it shouldn't be too much of a night drive. We've got a 43 mile an hour speed limit imposed here in Old Mexico. Hey up Michael, lovely to see you. I hope you and Craig are safe and well. Of course this is all being made and played on the Linux Mint. I don't think I've ever put so much content out, and I don't think I've enjoyed live streaming as much as what I'm doing at the minute, and I hope that is coming across in these streams. I have no clue what the ideal live stream length is. I try to keep it between 1 to 2 hours, so hopefully you guys and girls that enjoy joining me for these streams get enough of a fill of your content, but I'm very conscious that I don't want to take up all night of your time, so I'll continue until I'm instructed otherwise to do between 1 to 2 hours. It could be an hour and 5 minutes, it could be an hour and 55 minutes, but it will always be between 1 and 2 hours of live streaming for your pleasure. And as I say, I don't ever remember any of these map mods looking so good as they do now back in 2019. But hey ho, as I say, I wasn't then using reshade, and I am kind of a lot more relaxed these days about the quality, because I'm doing this on A, budget hardware, and B, on Linux. I think that makes us pretty much unique out there in Streamerland. And I call it Streamerland because, you know, you've got YouTube, you've got Twitch, you've got Rumble, plus there are some other sites as well. And I've not been able to find anybody else using budget hardware and trucking on Linux. There is a couple I've seen who claim to be running American Truck on Linux, but not many. Not many at all. And with the Linux being the permanent live stream, the reliable live stream, so every evening it will always be American Truck. In the mornings, of course, I'm flitting between Star Wars The Old Republic, Morrowind, and the mighty World of Warships. Hopefully there's enough variety of content for people to really enjoy what we're trying to do. I think it's still 43, isn't it? It says 30. So why is it saying 43? Bit bizarre. Just bear with me a second and let me check the chat. Because I don't want to go and miss anybody. Hey Jeff, hey Cody. Hope you're all safe and well. I've been enjoying my Linux OpenSUSE as my main, Kubuntu as my home server, with Jellyfin, CasaOS for home servers, and Qubit Torrent for my shared movies and shows. Good for you, Cody. Hey up back, lovely to see you. So I think without realising it, we're starting to go from strength to strength, because you guys and girls are turning up for live streams, and guess what? They're happening, they're going ahead. Not only that, I'm absolutely loving doing them. Just saying. So long may it continue. Now, as I say, I don't know what's going to happen in real life in the immediate future. I'm kind of stuck with day by day. But I would like to think for the rest of this year at least, we will be on the American truck most evenings, driving this gigantic gigamap, this monster that we've created. I'm completely over the 154 situation now, and I've accepted that I'm not just, you know, while I'm on Linux, I'm not going to have access to the latest map DLCs, the latest trucks, trailers, features, and you know what, I'm okay with that, because although I'm running a much older version of the game, guess what, my game never goes out of being relevant. My mods never need updating, and what it is what it is. It won't change, and I'm very much at peace with myself that now I've done the profile, added all the bits and pieces that I really wanted to. There's no need for me to start changing it and chopping it about. Of course you all believe that, don't you? Okay, so there is one more mod that I wish to add, and it is the level of detail. There we go. And I'm hoping that this mod is not going to wreck the game in any way, shape or form. So this was a mod created by the late Wombat, and it was designed to resolve the situation of LOD distance for rendering trees, vegetations, mountains, etc. So they didn't just appear and then just disappear. I can't remember what version of the game it was made for. I know it was old. And of course, with the incredible Wombat now being deceased, I'm guessing it's never going to get updated. I've just got to keep my fingers crossed that it is fully compatible with 137. And hope that it does its job, because if it does, I think it's the final piece of the jigsaw. I'm not going to mess about with the map build. I'm not going to add any more trucks than what we've already got. I may well take away trucks if I find they don't function to the standard that I want them to. And bear in mind, we are using 100% free mods in this build, this whole build. There's not a single paid mod anywhere in the build. So should anybody else want to, for whatever reason, replicate it, then you can do so. Every mod is available freely on the internet, and I may well put together a full mod list under every live stream just in case anybody does want to recreate it. A shortcut to all the different components that, to be honest, got to make this Giga build truly Giga. It looks amazing, it sounds amazing, and by golly, believe you me, it is amazing. It's an absolute pleasure to play. And I have to be honest, I'm very blessed. I'm absolutely loving all my main games at the minute. And if you ask me that, you know, if I had to choose one of them, for me that would be impossible, because I'm enjoying the pants out of all of them. For me personally, gaming wise, this is probably the best period I've had of enjoyment in many a year. And to have you guys and girls with me during these sessions is very special indeed. So I'm very grateful. Sorry, let me just check the chat. I don't want to go and miss anything. Yeah, I said Ibex, Michael. Low spec. Stale and Stable is a great play. Yeah, I mean, I've been delighted with Linux Mint so far. It's dead bang ordinary, it just works out of the tin. I mean, I can't blame Mint for the kernel or the drivers, because I'm not using the standard Mint kernel, and I am using custom Mesa drivers to achieve this sort of quality. Were I using an OOB Linux Mint, I certainly would not be getting this quality, as you've seen in a previous live stream. When I switched back to the standard kernel from the ZanMod kernel, it kind of all went to shit, just saying. So yeah, it's so nice not to be on a Bazzite or a Casio OS, a here today gone tomorrow distro. Linux Mint's been around for an awful lot of years, and I'm guessing it's going to be around for an awful lot of years. And I'm now in that wonderful place where my operating system, my drivers, my games, they're all set up. My optimizations are done. All my bits and pieces are installed. All my tweaks are done. So what do I need to do? Pretty much nothing. I need to make sure the PC's backed up regularly, and I need to run BleachBit once a week just to keep the system clean and running super fast. Other than that, I don't really need to do anything, do I? Other than what I'm supposed to do, which is enjoy the pants out my gaming. And I have to be honest, that's what I've been doing. And you lot, well, all you do is enhance that experience. Ella Rosario, because I really do love sharing it all with you. Oh, I just want to make sure before I drive by this is not one of the dedicated stops, and it is. So I needed to fuel up there and sleep there. Okay. It's a good job I didn't just go driving by. Oh. Okay, now we've got a bit of a situation. I'm not going to try and drag this trailer into the fuel station, because I'm just going to end up making a pig's ear of it and regretting it. So I'm going to follow... Oh, come on, trailer, really? I'm going to follow my usual strategy of dumping the trailer, fueling up, and then picking the trailer back up, which will hopefully let the traffic go. Okay, let's unhitch the trailer, start the truck back up.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
Hopefully
Please make a U-turn.
We can now fuel up and not have to worry about the trailer getting bashed about. I'm not sure that I need to fuel, but while the gift horse is here, I'm not going to look it in the mouth. So let's get in and let's get fueled, no matter how small the fuel we take on board is. Let's fill that thirsty Detroit diesel. Right, I have to say she sounds amazing. She really is. Hey up, Craig, lovely to see you. You're safe and well. So up for a 3-day live stream. Runs away like, well, I'd be up for it, Craig, but let me give you an idea how it would go. The first 2 hours would be fine. The rest of the 3-day live stream would be a webcam on me with me fast asleep. Joys actually of having a stroke, just saying. Because one of the unseen things that very few people talk about is the tiredness and the exhaustion. And the thing is, here's the shitter. You don't need to be doing physical work to experience this tiredness. So I could probably do 2 hours of a live stream. After then, I would be seriously nodding off. Not through boredom, not through lack of sleep, just purely because doing anything post-stroke absolutely exhausts me. And the sad thing about this thing is, unless you've had a stroke, it's impossible for you to either A, understand it, or B, relate to it, because it's just one of the byproducts of stroke, exhaustion and tiredness. And believe you me, I can quite happily sleep for England.
Calculating route.
I can say I'm going to have a 20-minute nap, and 4.5 hours later. Anyway, I don't want to preach to you all and bore you, but I'm just saying, I would love to do a 24-hour live stream. I'd love to do a 3-day live stream. I would probably struggle to do anything above 2 hours, to be honest with you. But anyway, at least I'm honest. At least I'm not full of crap. Beck understands this very well, having suffered a stroke herself. She knows only too well what it's like to be suffering with exhaustion. Okay, so here's our motel. So we are now down to 14 hours and 23 minutes. If I remember right, you can sleep on the front of these hotels, which is going to save us a load of malarkey. Hopefully I'm remembering right, and that's still the case. I hope we don't end up having to drag this little lot round the back. Well, maybe that's not the case anymore. I thought you could sleep on the front. Okay, maybe that's only on SCS content. I don't know if I can drag this now around the back here looks a little bit brutal for my skill set. But nevertheless, we can't go to sleep on the front. We just don't have that option, unfortunately. And hopefully the trailer's going to follow us round. Okay. So what have we got left? We've got 38 hours remaining. And we have got 9 hours till the next rest stop. And we've got 14 hours and 23. So do I rest now? Or do we think that this trip here, right the way down to our next stop, which should be here and here, is less than 9 hours? I think that's a hell of a long way and a bit of a big ask. So actually I'm going to grab a kip here because I think that's a smart move, and I think that's a smart thing to do. Hey up tech guy Dylan, how you diddly doing? Nice to see you. I don't think I could have pulled off that manoeuvre any better. He played ATS in a while. I don't know, I think you probably could. Just saying.
Calculating route.
Okay, so it's 7:05 PM. And we need to make it down to our next sleep point. We've got 13 whole hours to do that. And I don't want to scratch these T680s. I don't want to damage them. But I think that was a smart move, actually. I know it means that we've slept most of the day, but you know, we're not just trucking, we're also logistics. So what have we got left to get there? 27 hours and 56 minutes. And what have we got left on the trip? 14 hours. So what that means is we can afford one more sleep on this journey, and then we're pretty much done. Let's just have a look how far it is. So if we take that as our next sleep point, or do we sleep here? Do we go here? We have an opportunity, don't we, to go there. So I think we need to evaluate it when we get here. Can we make it down to Herrera Negro before we sleep, and then we've got the final leg down on into here, right in the port area, I'm guessing. Anyway, let's find out. Let's get the journey done and let's enjoy the pants out of it. I'm not going to try and pronounce some of these place names because I'm only going to get it wrong and insult people or make a pig's ear of it. So needless to say, we are southbound and down. We can put cruise on, even though we will bleed speed uphill. That's fine. Enjoy the drive, everybody, because I'm sure as hell gonna. And enjoy the content as well. And do keep your eyes open because it's so easy to miss stuff. And as I say, these mod maps have never ever looked so good as far as I can remember. And I'm not just saying that because I'm now playing, I genuinely mean that. These maps used to look so bad back in the day. So, I don't even know if you've noticed, but God bless him, Wombat's mod seems to be working. Nothing's appearing and disappearing out of visual range, which is amazing. And it's mods like that which really do just add the icing on the cake of your pleasure, for sure. It's lovely not to have trees suddenly appearing or disappearing, mountains suddenly appearing, disappearing. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So I'm guessing this is going to be quite a challenging drive with my limited trucker skill set, but we'll do our best, because nothing gives me more pleasure than a MACK delivering 3 brand new Kenworths. Just saying. I'm sure in real life Kenworth would never ever allow that to happen. Cripes, there's a lot of wrecked trucks and trailers around this part of the world, isn't there? I'll just mute the mic, be right back. And we're back. Excuse me. And I was just thinking to myself, alright, it hasn't done it yet. We haven't completed this journey yet. But if this profile carries on being this good throughout 2025, oh my God, aren't we going to have just the time of our lives on this profile? Oh, here's all the cactus, all the cacti, which is the correct plural term, I believe. There's our beautiful MACK in the pitch black, with triple Kenworths on the back, and our 335 brake Detroit diesel engine in the MACK. Just bear with me a second. Welcome back, Ebeez. Thank you, Beck. Much obliged. But I had to borrow my workplace's Windows computer to update the firmware on your Xbox controller. Then it worked in Linux via Bluetooth fine after that. Well, good for you, Tech. Good for you. It really doesn't matter what solution you deploy as long as the solution is successful. and it allows you to do what you want to do at the end of the day. That's really all that matters, I think, anyway. Oh, don't want any entanglements with cacti, just saying. Wow. I'm just absolutely blown away with all of this. The fact that I can be at home and drive the whole of the US, Canada, Mexico and ATMX. I'm guessing it's probably going to take us the rest of this year. We're probably, if we're lucky, for the rest of this year, I reckon we're probably only looking about 50% map coverage. So much have we got to drive and enjoy. We're absolutely spoiled, we really are. We've just got it all. I just feel so blessed, and I don't have to buy another DLC as long as I live, because this is all locked down and good to go. Just amazing. Yeah, it works absolutely fine, Beck. Thank you so much. It works brilliant. Yep, even on the Linux, it's just plug and play. So yes, thank you. Absolutely perfect. I don't know why we're catching up the traffic, especially if as well as we're not speeding, but catching the traffic we do. Unlike the cat liveried MACK, we really don't have the power under the hood to be pulling out and passing stuff, so we're gonna have to just suck it up, buttercup. What's our progress like according to La Map? How are we doing? Well, we're fast approaching our suggested stop, which I think we can go straight by. I think we can skip this stop and carry on and stop again at Herrero Negro and sleep there and fuel up there before the final stretch. So actually I'm going to go on the map and reset the navigation, and we're going to go straight through there, and we're going to pull in here, and we're going to sleep here. So that's the revised schedule.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
Yes, Mom. Especially with the time that we've got available. 11 hours before we need to sleep again. Well, we've got 11 hours and 17 minutes to destination, so I think one more sleep should comfortably see us at our destination. Even though our speed is right down, and the trouble is if I go up much more over 40 and I just catch the traffic up. My apologies for it being a night drive. But we'll see. Maybe we could push it and go straight through actually. But why push it when we don't have to? Just saying. You just check the chat. I'll have to try that mod sometime. The one state at a time every 3 to 5 years. DLC was killing. Yeah, it kills us all. Welcome, I always forget to charge it, so wired is easier for me. Yeah, fair enough, but I stick to according for my peripherals at home, though I do have a cordless headset current. Yeah, good for you. Well, all my stuff is corded except the mouse. But apart from that, my keyboard, everything else is cable. Just the way it is. But to have the mouse not be cable is really rather good. Because it just frees you up from that restriction. Well, 37, we can't get anywhere, excuse me, near 40 miles an hour without catching up the traffic ahead. So we'll leave it at 39 and just put up with it. I'm not very happy about being this close up his trailer's tail. So this was our original planned fuel and sleep spot, but we've no need to do that now. We can just carry straight on. So that was our original sleep spot. I'm hoping it was anyway. Excuse me, yeah, it was indeed. So we're going to refuel there and sleep there. I think we're good. All the way down here to this next one, which is a hell of a long way. But it sets us up nicely for the final leg of the journey down to Old Mexico. And of course we're getting excellent map discovery to boot, so it's just win-win really. I think we're going to be okay for fuel, even though this MACK only has a short 150 gallon tanks on it, so whereas the other MACK has the longer 260 gallon tanks on it. Well, that's 43. I'm guessing it won't take as long to catch these chabs up at 43. Could be wrong. But I don't think I am. Of course, we can only dream of doing 43. Now we're going up a steep incline. But anyway, that's what it is. Absolutely loving this Giga build. Although whoever gave it the term Giga build, I've no idea. It is gigabytes inside, so I suppose Giga is apt. And it's not far-fetched. Wow, talk about what goes up must come down. And at long last we're going up again. which is fine by me. No, we're going to go down again. Damn it. I really enjoyed the Morrowind stream this morning, and again we made some really good progression in the Morrowind. So yeah, very happy with everything. We're making good progress in SWTOR and in Morrowind, and in the next World of Warships live stream I'll be able to show you the way I've set the account up and the progression. The progression's going okay. It's not the Leicester version of the game, so I'm not tier 8 already. But you kind of have to take a different mindset into the wargaming games, that is for sure. Completely different mindset to what you've got in the Leicester games. You can also tell that this is a much older version of the game, because your lights actually work. They actually light the road up for you, which is amazing. Such a simple thing. But trucking in the dark, not always good fun, just saying. Well, this little Detroit diesel's earning its keep today. And of course we are piling the miles onto this MACK. And again, what goes up must come down. So we're picking a bit more speed up and see what the progression is. Do you know what? We're doing really darn well. I thought that was quite a way down to Herrera Negro. But we're going to be there in 2 shakes of a tat's tit. So I'm very, very happy. One more sleep and we'll make the final push to destination. And we've been driving sensibly and immersively. You know, we've not been doing 100 mile an hour just to make the journey go quick. And I am absolutely loving it. I could do this all day long. Now, I will add further trucks to my collection as we level up. Don't forget we're only super lobby level as we started this profile brand new. And I don't think it's necessary for me to pick a favourite truck and just drive that one all the while. We can jump in and out the trucks. We could also hire some drivers to make us some money, because we can only physically drive one truck at a time. So we have all those options too. Oh my god, this is such an incline. Come on, little Mac. You're doing amazing. So I'm hoping this is our sleep stop. It's 1:45 in the morning, which is pretty perfect, because it means the rest of the drive will be a day drive, which makes me very happy.
In 200 yards, turn right.
Yes, Mom. Using the J brake on a Detroit diesel, I'm not convinced it sounds amazing. But while we're here, we may as well take advantage of said fuel pump. I don't forget my main aim here is not to damage them Kenworths and to do an excellent delivery. See, the bed's filling up quite nicely. $152. We've got to be a bit careful with these Kennys on the back. I think that looks stunning. I've seen a lot shitter content from streamers using rigs 3, 4, 5 times what this one would cost. Don't forget we're on utter budget hardware with a Ryzen 5 1600AF processor, AM4, which is quite old. We're on the AM4 platform, and we're packing a cheap Chinese RX 580 8GB graphics card as the GPU, and we're packing Linux Mint 22.1 Cinnamon, which I think is just an amazing job, really amazing. And not only are we playing it, we're live streaming it, so it's like a double whammy. So we could sleep here at the Stellar Inn Hotel. There's a Kenworth truck driver, Kenworth truck dealer even here. And I'm betting that we can, yeah, not only discover the truck dealer,
make a U-turn where safe.
But I'm pretty convinced that we can also use it as a sleep space. Again, want to be a bit careful with these Kenworths. Don't want to go and bang them about. I think both the MACKs look absolutely amazing. Not sure if it will let us sleep here, actually. Hopefully it will. But at the last sleep stop, can't remember where it was now, it certainly wouldn't ding. It don't look like this one's going to ding either. That's a bugger. That really is a kick in the titties. We've got 8 hours left till we need to sleep, and we've got 9 hours and 2 minutes to destination. Or is that 8 hours? I think we push it. Oh, did I just hear a bing then? Wow. Wow. So there's a tiny little window of opportunity to sleep. We're going to grab it. 11 AM in the morning, we'll take that all day long. Let's fire up this big bad Mac with the Kenneths on the back. Wow, that's amazing. And now we're in daylight, so you'll be able to see and enjoy the quality a lot more. Today it's absolutely buttery smooth, even whilst live streaming, which makes me very, very happy and very proud, because I know you guys and girls are getting the most bang for your buck in terms of enjoyment. I know I certainly am. Fortunately for us, there's nothing coming, so we can use the whole road to drag these little Kennys out. Okay, let's get back on track and let's make the final push to our destination. So we've got nearly 14 hours till we need to sleep again. We've got 8 hours to destination. That's all in game time, of course, not real time. Just in case any of you were wondering.
In 200
and
yards, turn right.
I think this is going to be one of the best trucking live streams to date that we've done. and long may it continue. Absolutely buttery smooth, it looks gorgeous. There's nothing disappearing or appearing out of or into thin air. And for a free mod map, I've got zero complaints. I'm just so happy that we've got all this drivable area to discover and enjoy the pants out of. I'm going to sit at 43. So what we'll do is a couple of drive-by fruitings. There we go. Looks fantastic. And what we'll do is we'll hit the map key. So we've also got this road here to discover. And wow, that one there. Wow. We have got so much driving to do, people, just saying. But for now, we're on the final push. And let's get this little delivery delivered, hopefully, in an excellent fashion. The other mod of Wombats that I'm using is the No Buses mod, and again that seems to have paid absolute dividends. So, well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Michael that he makes a full recovery and is well on the way to mending properly. That would be amazing. Nothing would make me happier to see Michael back on form. I think Craig's pinning his hopes on that as well. Don't start laughing, Ebeez. It's pathetic. This has been a pretty darn relaxing and enjoyable drive down to Old Mexico, even if I have gone a little bit over the top with the Star Wars stuff. Couldn't help it, sorry. I had to put the plush toy excavator in. I could have put a TIE fighter or, you know, enough's enough. I think we've got enough Star Wars paraphernalia in this cab as it is. And we've got a lightsaber on the dashboard as well. That's actually Obi-Wan's lightsaber from the first movie that he was brandishing. So yeah, I don't think I've got. It would be nice to add a warship and some Morrowind reference in here as well, but I don't think that's possible. I'll have to have a good old look at Cecil's pack and see what's in there. Wow, we're not speeding at 50. It's actually not giving us a speed limit at all, which is amazing. Let's go external. I think it looks fantastic. I don't think we can have any complaints about the quality of the map mods here. Just saying. Provided I don't go and slam into an invisible wall or drop off the edge of the world. I think that's fantastic. Plenty of cactus. It looks different enough to both SCS and coast to coast map content to be instantly recognisable as Mexico. So yeah, to say I'm happy and delighted after all the hours that I've put into making profiles, modding, tweaking, adjusting the settings, etc. This really is the absolute icing on the cake, and on top of that we're doing it on the Linux. I think that's fantastic. Just saying, I think that's absolutely amazing. Just bear with me a second. Just slipped down a bit, need to prop myself up. Let me just check the chat. Basically, yes, it is filled into a fingernail distance from the skin on the back, so it's really close to being done and healed finally. That's great news, Michael. I once messed around with the 10,000 HP engine mod, 120 mile an hour everywhere. Bless you, tech. I think the fastest I ever did, I just beat Zeb using a Rolls-Royce RB211 jet engine, and I think my top final speed was 602 mile an hour. But that of course was on Euro truck, not American truck. Yeah, that's good to hear. Okay, let's go ahead and make this final push. And I'm getting a little bit fresh and fruity, so we need to back this big bad Mac down so that we can make the corner comfortably. Okay, so I'm assuming we're now on the final leg to destination. And let's just check that fact. Yep, we're now on the final leg of the destination. What a fabulous, fabulous journey this has been. I'm sorry it's over 2 live streams, not 1. And my apologies for the previous live stream getting cut short, but the PC absolutely just locked solid with Counter-Strike Source, so I don't know what was going on there. But anyway, we're back on schedule now. I guess the lesson there is finish what you're doing and don't jump about. It says it's an American truck live stream, so what are you booting up Counter-Strike for, just saying. Well, I hope these videos and these live streams get a bit more traction on YouTube, just so people can enjoy the content and they can see what is achievable using budget entry level hardware and the pleasure you can have without spending an extra dime on the game. There is also a version available of Coast to Coast for those who just buy the base game. So if you buy the base game, you get 2 DLCs free with it. There is a version of Coast to Coast which is compatible with just having the base game and those 2 map DLCs. Of course, in order to use ATMX, the 3 Mexico mods and Canada Dream, we will need all DLCs up to Idaho, I believe, not including Idaho. But yeah, I'm just absolutely delighted. I'm thrilled, and I'm thrilled for you guys and girls as much as me. because it means we can just absolutely immerse ourselves and enjoy the pants out of American truck for the rest of 2025, barring interruptions, disruptions that real life will throw at you. But yeah, so far I'm absolutely loving it. I hope you guys and girls are enjoying the content, and I know there's not a webcam image of me on the screen, but I don't think it's necessary, not for what I'm doing anyway. And I'm delighted with the quality. I'm happy that the stream quality is Punta Abrejo. This is our destination, so I'm happy that your guys and girls stream quality is acceptable, and it's not a picture book or full of micro stutters or micro freezes.
Turn right.
It is indeed a port cargo depot.
Turn right.
My only, if you like, regret is that ATS expansion isn't compatible, so we don't have animated pickup and drop off points. There you go, we made it safely. I'm not going to park it up, we don't need to. What level are we? We should have got enough XP off the job. We're currently level, wow, well, we're level 8 now. We're leveling up like a mother trucker, just saying. I'm going to put another one into high value cargo. And we've got new trailer upgrades and of course new truck upgrades. And there we go. So our current state of truckage is we've got the Peterbilt 389 in goggles 56 livery. That's the SCS 389. We've got our cat liveried MACK R by Harven. We've got the case liveried MACK R by Harven with the super short wheelbase. We've got a little Kenworth K100E by Overflow Tot in full cat livery. We've got a Kenworth T800 in full cat livery. This is the GTM one, which is freely available off the Steam workshop. And we've got a Kenworth W900B, not in cat, kind of in pseudo cat livery, I guess. Again, this is the GTM, freely available off the Steam workshop. So that's the current state of our garage. I believed that there was a Kenworth dealer here in town. Yes, there is. Yes, sir. So I want to go and nail that because I want to see if the W900A works. I'm not sure and not convinced that it's not a 140 series mod. It certainly doesn't show up in the mod section. But it may well be that some of these mod trucks only show up in the dealerships. But anyway, let's go find that out for ourselves.
Turn left.
That's a nice trailer, dude. Wow, nearly hit him. It's got a Texaco tanker on the back. I have to say the level of detail on these maps is really rather good, you know, considering they're freeware modded maps. They're not, you know, SCS quality, nor are they designed to compete with SCS. But I have to say I'm absolutely delighted with them. So let's head on to this little Kenneth dealer and let's see if we've got any other modded trucks available
left.
in the dealer, or let's see if we induce a crash. I love how there's container ships out in the bay everywhere on this map.
Turn left.
And I think this is another Kenneth dealer that we've not discovered yet, but we're about to.
You have arrived.
Yeah, and we didn't even get a micro lock up there, did we? Okay. So just before we go ahead and crash our system, I'm going to do a credible save, so the next time we load up we've got a credible load. And there we go. Let's go into said Kenworth dealer then. No, and it crashed, so it's a good job I did a save there. Well, at least now I know that the 140 sorry, the W900A is not compatible with 137, and we can remove it from the build, and then we can test and check that that is the reason that it crashed. Although we do have the Kenworth T900 Legend installed as well. But anyway, I'm convinced that it's the Harvard's Freightliner. So the T900 Legends installed. We do have the MACK. So I'm assuming that W900A is not compatible with 1.37, which I was hoping it would be. But hey ho, it's what it is. So I'll try and do all of this live on screen, so there's no shenanigans going on. Okay, so let's load back up. Oh, that's great to hear, Beck, thank you. But the 10,000 HP mod after a while causes jobs to disappear. Well, we used jet engines and it was fine, but we had to put obviously a no damage modding, because when you're doing 600 mile an hour, literally everything goes by you in the blink of an eye. Hopefully taking that truck out doesn't reset the data, but as we've completed the job, it's not the end of the world if it does. It's what it is. It might also be yeah, it has. Okay, fair enough. That's a shit. It might also be a great time to add another truck to the fleet. So let's go to the mod dealer. There's the other map that we could add, but I'm thinking more of the little freight shaker. Let's add one of those to the garage. Everybody's favourite free mod truck is the freight shaker. 4x2, 260 gallon. That'd be nice. Do we really want a screaming demon? Well, we've not got a lot of choice here, have we? Let's go for a 370 brake Cummins. That should do nicely, as the actress said to the bishop. And as we're super low level, we don't get a lot of choice. We'll go for full cat livery. Yeah, I know, again, kind of an underlying theme here. We do have one of Goggles skins that we could put on it, of course. Where's the goddamn bumper? Maybe it's that. And we do have paint. Yes, got it. I was concerned that we were so super low level that we wouldn't have the paint job. I'm not going to spend hours doing this because I get it for you guys and girls. Well, for some of you, it's pretty goddamn boring. we don't want a light bar, we will have the cabin lamps, and we'll go with the bullet type lights. There we go. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now we do want the spoiler. Well, we don't. Turbo wing, no, not really. Horns, yes, we'll have said horn adapter, and we'll put them on the side, why not? And we'll have a couple of big roars on the side, which frees the top of the cab up. Thank you. There's really not a lot of other choice there, is there? Eternal light, horns. That's the flags, which we don't want. Is that the mirrors? No. Okay, so which one is the mirrors? There we go, we do want paint. Yep, which matches just fine. I'm not sure that we can paint the tanks actually. No. We either have aluminium or chrome. And as the chrome one's pretty darn nice, we'll go for that. Standard painted. Oh, we can actually paint the shield on the exhaust, which is nice. If we go for a truck skin, just leaves it as black, so we may as well leave it stock. I think we also get the choice of 3 reversing lights, which may well end up useful. We'll leave it in a little 4x2 configuration. We will have paint. Yeah. I don't know if we get. Yep, we do get colours to match the truck on the mud flaps, which is nice. So I think that's all internal. We've not put a bull bar on it, have we? Steel or black? Well, we'll put the black one on and we'll add some. What we're going to add? I guess we can add some extra chrome lights for seeing at night and blinding other drivers. Why the hell not? We need to finish that centre bar off as well. Cabin lights, and we need to select the centre one, and I want to go for a real long beacon. We'll have the flash pattern one. Beautiful. And of course we could go for flashing beacons down here. If we wanted. We can go for the LED flashing beacons just to really tart it up. And we won't choose a rotational. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the externals of that. I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. That just leaves us to choose the wheels. Well, I'm going to go for the Addicts, and I'm going to give him red hubcaps because I think it will just finish the truck off. So let's give him the low profile, which is ridiculous, I know, but nevertheless, as it's not supposed to be a show truck. I'm very, very happy with that, and I think it'll give us, along with Overfloater's K100, I think it will give us a lot of pleasure. That's the visor, that's the hanging items. I would like to stick 8-ball in there. But as we're not using goggles livery, let's just take this opportunity to see what Star Wars we could put in it. We could put a roof fan in, that would be probably quite apt and realistic, I'm guessing. There's the onboard computer. I'm going to leave everything pretty much as is. Gauges, well, we're on the Linux Mint, so let's go for those green gauges, kind of greeny blue. We don't need a parrot in there. I don't know if we can squeeze Beck in. We can. Let's pop Beck in. I think that will do. I don't think there's any need to go over the top. Let me just think about it. I'm not sure if these GPSs work. I'm guessing that they probably do. So that should be truck information, and that's GPS. Okay, I'm going to run with that. I think that's good enough. Let's go ahead. Oh. Okay, so, I know why. I know why. It's because they added the alloys on. It always does this. If you add the alloys on in the mod truck section, it bugs it out. Oh well, never mind. I'll have to add it off camera. Let's go ahead and save that away. So now we've removed that W900A which was causing issues. We should be good to go. So you've all seen the mod build, you've all seen the Gigamat, and just to prove that we are on the Linux and not taking the piss, there you go. That's our current system right there. Super budget hardware. And all that leaves me to do is to thank each and every one of you for your company. I've absolutely loved it. I hope you guys and girls have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your gaming, your operating system, your PC. Fill your boots. And I'll see you in the next one. Much love, everybody. Thank you.